Hello, I decided to go live just to get in touch with you, but the network didn't respond, so I had to switch to recorded video. Today is a real holiday. People like me who don't work with the government go to work on Saturdays, but today we are forced to be home because of the elections, the presidential and National Assembly elections happening in Nigeria today. So at some point, having been home for a while, I looked through the window and found out that it's dark outside. And before the count of 1, 2, 3, it had started raining. That's a good sign. The Yoruba generally believe that the rain is a sign of ease, a sign of bliss. And that has been our wish all along, that the elections would happen so peacefully that people like us who are not politicians would be able to resume our normal life on Monday, since tomorrow is Sunday, and that's generally a day of rest. So with the rains starting today, I feel so grateful in my heart and hopeful that it's the beginning of a blissful era. The results of the elections are not out yet, but that has always been our wish and our prayer, that the elections won't result in restrictions, that the elections would happen so seamlessly, so normally, so peacefully, that we'll be able to return to work on Monday. And the rain is the sign that our prayers were answered. So I congratulate you and me, and I hope that all the role players in any dimension and at any level would continue to cooperate with the divine hierarchies to ensure that the promise that this good sign brings will be delivered. That promise will be actualized. I don't want to show my face, basically because it's not made up. Our training is to come to public places, camps, made up, not so that we don't intrude your space rudely. So that's why I am just showing this table and the chair. This place is a workstation, a tiny workstation that I keep for myself in some corner somewhere. I sit here to write and to work, to write and to work. Most times I write here. That's all I do here. But sometimes too, I'm not writing. I want to check up a few things, maybe research, read, check something out online, and the likes. So, looking at this workstation is something that may hint on my schedule, on my writing schedule. I have more than one corner where I sit down to write, but this is one of them. When I don't want to go to the book room, I have a place called the book room. When I don't want to go to the book room, I sit in this corner to write. So I hope you pardon me for making the image of this video, this workstation, for making this workstation the image that you see at this time. I couldn't wait to share the good news of the rain with you. That is the first rain of the year where I am, and that it is happening on election day brings me promises, divine, and I consider that divine promises. I see it as a divine promise, a divine sign that we are entering an era of bliss, an era of blessings, an era of promotion for those desiring promotion in any way, an era of abundance, an era of prosperity, an era of enlarged coast for you, wherever you may be. If you are a business person, businessman, businesswoman, the rain brings a promise that you are entering an era of growth, unprecedented growth. If you are a civil servant or an employee in any establishment, the rain brings a promise of an era of promotion. And if you are a dependent citizen, it brings the promise of an era of bliss, of joy, of love. If you are an independent citizen, it brings rain today, the day of election, February 25, 2023, brings a promise of an era of increase. It shall be well with us. See, the Yoruba would say, ẹni tó gbo ewúro sáyé, á mú gbá kan ńbẹ̀ kó tó lọ. Ewúro refers to bitter leaf. So you extract the juice for different purposes. The leaf is also useful for cooking and medicinal purposes, but basically it is bitter. So that proverb, ẹni tó gbé ewúro sáyé, á mú gbá kan ńbẹ̀ kó tó lọ, that proverb is literally talking about the bitterness of the bitter leaf, not its medicinal value. So if all that you have to give life is bitterness, that person would partake in the bitterness before he or she leaves this space called earth. So we have chosen not to give this place bitterness. Me and many people who are like that, we have chosen to bring good tidings all of the time, and that's our portion. It is an ordination of God. It is a divine rule. You get what you give. So I like to promote the positive, the brighter sides of things, of life, all of the time. And I hope that the good feeling that this rain brings today shall endure when we begin to enjoy the new era that this season, this rain, this season promises. We are here waiting for the results of the elections, and we hope that the best candidates would emerge everywhere. And we also hope and pray that those who eventually emerge as winners will be aided from above to give the society the best. We hope that this will mark the end of those days, those years of pain. We hope that this election and the emergence of winners and the installation of a new government would mark the beginning of peace. Those era of insecurity, those times, those seasons of insecurity shall come to an end. And once again, we shall be free to live and thrive in our land. That's PHCN or AEDC. What are they called now? Anyway, the power holding company just struck with lightouts. It's okay, but we pray that all of this will end completely soon. Soon. Oh, a flash and it's gone again. Yeah, that's the roaring of. Is it thunder now? Yeah. That's thunder roaring outside. A strip, thugs attack carted away with 5 BVs machines. We hope that those ones will just be the exception in the process, and at the end of the day, those little rough edges here and there would be minor compared to the general process. The Yoruba would say, "Yi la yi." Life is on rotation. It brings about different kinds of season. The Yoruba would also say, "Ìgbà ń yí, Ọlọ́run ní kì í yípo padà." Times do change, only God does not. And they will also say, "Nǹkan burúkú méjì kì í tẹ̀léra wọn." Two evil things do not follow each other, which means if things have been so hard, all that we expect now is a season, a time of bliss in our land. And I hope and pray that it shall be so. Today, being a day of rest, ahead of this day, I had planned to share a few videos here, or maybe have a live show, a live broadcast. But I found myself just taking advantage of the day for some rest, which I think is good, very good. So now I'm dropping this here for now, and I may be back before the day runs out. If not today, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. I just like to keep in touch here. So keep you engaged, to make it worth it following this page. So that's it for now. I like to end the broadcast now, go and do a few things, and return. Return sometimes later. I return. Bye for now. Thank you.